Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and whitetail deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie. And it's Monday, October 2nd, and we're going to be covering two sales that happened over the weekend. The first one is the Border State Breeder Spotlight Heifer sale, and the second sale that happened on Saturday was a Thiessen McIntyre production sale.
All right, let's get into the numbers. First, we'll go over the high sellers and compare them to the most viewed. The first most high-selling lot overall was lot number 10, Money's Brindle Lace, consigned by Anderson Longhorns, and she sold for $3,250 to John Stephen. The first most viewed animal before the sale was lot number 1, Cross F Lightning Yellow Hair, consigned by Crossfire Longhorn.
The second most high-selling lot overall was lot 19, Red Rolo, consigned by Hetland Horns, which sold for $3,100 to Clay Clarkson via Hired Hand Live. The second most viewed animal before the sale was lot 16, Little Dottie, consigned by Volkart Cattle Company.
The third most high-selling lot overall was lot number 2, Fire Mix, consigned by Big Valley Longhorns. She sold for $2,500 to Sean Sayre. The third most viewed animal before the sale was lot number 23, Fancy 121, consigned by Volkart Cattle Company.
The fourth most high-selling lot overall was lot 11, F.H. Lacey's Showgirl, consigned by Flint Hill Longhorns, who sold for $1,500 to Matthew Hawk. The fourth most viewed animal before the sale was lot 15, MBR Miss Dorothy, consigned by Montgomery Branks Ranch.
And rounding out our top 5, the fifth most high-selling lot was lot number 23, Fancy 1/21, consigned by Volkart Cattle Company, who sold for $1,325 to Winston Taylor. And the fifth most viewed animal prior to the sale was lot number 2, Fire Mix, consigned by Big Valley Longhorn.
Okay, should we cover some general sale results about the sale?
Yeah, let's do it.
So 18 out of the 24 lots sold for an unofficial total of $24,825 and an unofficial average of $1,301. There were 0 scratches and 6 POs.
And Jamie, was there also an average without the yearling bulls? Because I think that would be interesting to our listeners.
Yep, there was. That was $1,931.
So with this being the 22nd sale of 2023 to be included in our Hired Hand Live Trends and Averages series, it takes our 2023 annual average to date to $6,231.07.
So after this weekend's events, we had asked people to text us some of their thoughts over the weekend. So here's the first one that we got. It was a great time had by y'all. Y'all put on a wonderful event and was one of the most difficult futurities I have had the privilege to judge due to the quality of entries. Thanks, y'all.
I feel like if we're going to keep reading these, you and I are going to have to get better at our y'alls. We definitely have the northern y'all.
I think so. I would agree. There was lots of y'alls in that one as well. I'll work on it.
In my head, when I want to read it, I want to say you all.
Exactly what I wanted to do, but I refrained.
So sorry to the person that submitted it. We'll work on it. We'll get our draw down by the next one. Should we go over some internet influence stats?
Yeah, let's.
All right. The value added through internet bidding was $5,200. There were 31 total online bids, and 3 lots also sold online to 2 different online buyers.
There were 25 registered internet bidders. 1,733 internet was the average on the internet only. The total views of consignments online was 5,329.
All right, now let's go over the top 3 online sellers. The top online seller was lot number 19, Red Rolo, consigned by Longhorn. She sold for $3,100 to Clay Clarkson via Hired Hand Live.
The second top seller was Lot 3, Blowin' Smoke, consigned by G3 Ranch, which sold for $1,100 to Clay Clarkson.
So we got to give a shout out to Clay there for buying multiple online purchases. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The third highest seller on Hired Hand Live was lot number 6, MW Prominent, consigned by Might As Well Ranch, and she sold for $1,000 to Scott Farber.
So that wraps up the border state sale. Let's jump over to the Thiessen McIntyre production sale that happened on Saturday.
Sounds good. So the sale we just covered was Friday night, and it had a futurity with it, right, Jamie?
Yep, that's correct. They had the futurity on Saturday morning. I think it started roughly about 9.
So, and then the sale we're about to cover, the Thiessen McIntyre production sale, happened on Sunday morning, right?
Nope, it was on Saturday afternoon. It was definitely a full Saturday.
All right, so when we go over the high sellers here, we won't have to list the consignor because all of these animals were part of the production sale that Thiessen McIntyre put on. So we're only going to list the lot number, the amount the animal sold for, and then let you know who purchased them. The first most high-selling lot overall was lot number 1, Dragon Clincher, and she sold for $11,500 to Josh and Brittany Gentry. She was also the most viewed lot before the sale.
So the second most high-selling lot overall was lot 31, Dragon Lady 85 Heifer Calf, which sold for $4,200 to Dean and Sandra Whitlock via Hired Hand Live. And she was also the second most viewed animal before the sale.
I really like it when this happens. And so we have another one here that's going to be the same. The third most high seller was also the third most viewed, and that happened to be lot 15, Jamster Jam, and she sold for $4,000 to Logan and Courtney Epperson.
The fourth most high-selling lot overall was lot 7, Iron Girl Heifer Calf, sold for $2,000 to Tyler Adams via Hired Hand Live, and the fourth most viewed animal before the sale was lot 30, HL Clear Money Heifer Calf.
And rounding out our top 5, the fifth most high seller was lot number 19, Iron Ranger Heifer Calf, and she sold for $1,850 to Tyler Adam on Hired Hand Live. And the fifth most viewed animal before the sale was lot number 7, Iron Girl Heifer Calf.
So some general stats about the sale. 27 out of the 31 lots sold for an unofficial total of $45,100 and an unofficial average of $1,670.
There were 0 scratches and 4 POs.
With this being the 23rd sale of 2023 to be included in our Hired Hand Live Trends and Averages series, the 2023 annual average to date is $6,143.24.
Now let's go over some internet influence stats. $14,550 was the value added through internet bidding for this sale. There were 59 online bids and 8 lots sold online to 3 different online buyers.
There were 23 registered internet bidders. The internet-only average was $1,818, and the total views of consignments online was 4,369.
That's really exciting for a sale like this, where it's a production sale, I think, that there were that many views of the consignments. Over 4,000 is really good for a production sale, I think.
I would agree.
All right, should we go over the top 5 online sellers?
Yep.
All right, so we already mentioned a few of them because they also happen to be in the regular top 5, but we'll go through them here one more time. So the highest online seller was lot 31, Dragon Lady 85 Heifer Calf, who sold for $4,200 to Dean and Sandra Whitlock.
The second highest seller was lot 7, Iron Girl Heifer Calf, sold for $2,000 to Tyler Adam.
Tyler Adam also bought the third highest selling lot online, lot number 19, Iron Ranger Heifer Calf, who sold for $1,850.
So it looks like Tyler was pretty busy online on Saturday. He bought 4 of the top sellers online. So the fourth highest seller online was lot 2, Just Shadow Dragon, sold for $1,500, was also sold to Tyler.
And one more shout out to Tyler to thank him for buying the fifth most high seller, lot number 25, just hit the mark heifer calf for $1,500. So you must be putting together a good herd up there, Tyler.
Well, that concludes our wrap up of the border state sale along with the Thiessen McIntyre production sale.
The next sale that we'll cover on our mini sale recap podcast will be next Monday, October 9th, and we'll be going over the results of the Fred Bryant Memorial Sale.